name is Janan, and my nose is Baiza, which is botched in Arabic. I lived in Egypt up until I was 7 years old, and then I moved to Boston. When I was around 16 years old, I had the typical Middle Eastern nose, which is kind of like sharp and in your face, and I just wanted it to be a smoother, smaller nose. I just looked up a hospital online when I turned 21. So the first doctor I had a consultation with was my doctor. Coming out of that surgery, I looked in the mirror and that's when I noticed it's crooked, like something's wrong with my nose. But he told me, it's healing, so just give it some time. So as time went by, it just got worse. I waited 2 years after my first surgery to get a second because I went to Lebanon for it. People over there do beautiful nose jobs, but it just looked worse. It was even more crooked and noticeable just because it was thinner.
Oh my God, we should try the chocolate first. Isn't it so good?
My fiance's name is Shaheen. We got engaged a few months ago, but attending my wedding with this nose that I have now, that would be devastating for me. It's time for a third nose job. I'm going to Consultation in LA.
Well, I think you've waited long enough to do your nose for the last time.
It's a time that I should be super excited, which I am, because I'm marrying the love of my life. But at the same time, I want to document the memories the way I want them.
We should cheers to your new nose that's coming up. Come on. New nose, new nose.
Our next patient apparently has had 2 rhinoplasties, one in Boston, and then guess where she had the other rhinoplasty?
Mexico,
No.
Tijuana.
No, Lebanon.
Oh,
Huge,
where you're
huge.
from?
Everybody gets the same nose in Lebanon, which is usually overdone. Oh,
Ooh, so she had an open rhinoplasty.
Yeah.
Look at the scar.
it's a stair step. So I'm going to get her in right now. Please send in Janan.
Hello.
Hi, Janan.
Hi,
Dr.
Janan. Nice
Nassif.
to meet you.
Hi, John. Terry Dubrow.
Nice to meet
Pleasure.
you.
Hi, I'm Ayla. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Ayla.
Ayla.
Nice to meet you.
Terry Dubrow. Nice to meet you. Have a seat.
So tell us, you had your first nose in Boston?
Yeah, it began in Boston.
Okay.
I just had kind of the typical Middle Eastern nose, so I didn't like it.
You just want to soften it a bit.
Yeah, and I remember as soon as we took everything off, I was in the car with my best friend, and I told her, something's wrong. It doesn't look even.
You look crooked right
right
the
then
first
and there.
week.
Yeah, and he told me, it takes time to heal. And I remember emailing him a week later. I'm like, no, this is weird. This is not my nose.
Right.
It's supposed to look better. A few years later, I went to Lebanon, and he just made it smaller.
Right.
He shaved it more.
You just basically went and they just kept
Yeah.
chopping away.
Yeah.
When you look at your nose now, besides it being crooked, you think it's too big, too small, or what would you like to have done to your nose?
I want something to blend in with my features.
Many patients, especially Middle Eastern patients that come in, want an overdone, over-resected pinched nose. So it's nice and refreshing to hear a beautiful Middle Eastern girl say, hey, I want a natural-looking nose.
I'm engaged.
Congratulations.
And I'm gonna get married in a few months, and I think it's the time to get it fixed.
Well, with that, then I think our next step is to go examine your nose.
Okay.
Janan's a really cute girl, but her nose has been severely deformed by the previous surgery. The key is to do a very careful physical exam and see what parts are missing, what's there, and what's going to be required to fix her problem.
Can you give me a little alcohol, please?
You want to drink on the job?
Here you go. If you're not nice, I'm going to make them get up and teach you how to do the dubki.
The what?
Dubki.
Dubki.
It's an
What
Arabic
is that?
dance.
An Arabic dance?
Yeah.
The way Paul does it, looks more like, a really bad hokey pokey.
Okay, I'm going to just
Yeah.
want to feel.
Okay.
So the middle part of your nose should not be able to do this. Pinch her back for me. See how she's collapsed there?
Yeah.
Okay, also, he cut your nostrils, too. Oh, boy. Her nose is over-resected. She has a deviated septum. The nostrils are collapsed. The middle part of the nose is collapsed. But these are things all that I can address and fix. I need to make a small incision just above your hair, about this big, and we take a piece of tissue. It's like making a grape leaf.
Oh, yeah.
And that will be put on top of here.
Using food analogies to describe the inside of the mucus-producing organ of the face. That's an interesting choice.
After 3 months, you should be about 50% better.
Okay.
So if you're getting married in 6 months, you should be pretty good.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
God willing.
I need to prepare myself mentally for a lot of pain and a lot of time to heal, but I'm super excited. Yeah.
What's the name of that? Dala? What's that dance?
No,
Dubki.
Dubki. Give me your hand.
Oh.
So it's like this.
Okay, yeah.
And then I have like
it's
a handkerchief
more
in my
people,
hand.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2,
Yeah. And then you just keep moving. Oh, yeah, perfect. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
For surgery with Dr. Nassif.
Perfect. Go ahead and sign in.
Having had 2 surgeries in the past, I'm kind of at a point where I don't care what pain I go through or the risks. I need to fix my nose, so I'm pretty nervous, but I'm ready for it.
Today's Janan's surgery. And what's interesting and different about this surgery is we're really focusing on reconstructing the entire right side of the nose. So achieving symmetry is where the complexity of this case is. For Janan's surgery today, I'll begin by taking the composite graft from the left ear while Dr. Yu removes a piece of rib. And then I'll take temporalis fascia from the left scalp. After that, I'll begin the open rhinoplasty and use rib cartilage to reconstruct her collapsed right nostril. Then I'll break her nasal bones to straighten her septum and further open up the collapsed airway on the right side using a composite graft. Finally, I'll build the dorsum up with a diced cartilage fascia onlay graft, giving her a more symmetrical, natural aesthetic appearance.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm here for my day 1 check-in with Dr. Nassif. I'm hoping to hear from Dr. Nassif today that he likes my nose. I already see the results, but obviously whatever he has to say is going to be much stronger than whatever I think.
Hello, you 2 lovely ladies.
My favorite doctor.
How are you?
Good.
Hi, doctor. Good to
How
see
are you?
again.
Nice
I'm
to see
good.
you too.
Yes.
And how's the pain?
Honestly, I'm not even feeling any pain on my nose. It's mostly my rib, the side.
It's Janan's first day after surgery. We're gonna make sure that her ear, her rib, her fascia site, and everything else that we can see on her nose is doing well. Oh, that looks so good. Wow. So, I did a lot of work in your nose. And it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I can already honestly tell.
Gorgeous.
Dr. Nassif looking, pretty pleased, makes me excited because if he feels this way, day 1 after the surgery, I wonder how it's gonna look like in 2 weeks.
I want those splints staying a total of 2 weeks in your nose.
Okay.
An extra week longer than I usually keep them. I want those just to make sure that things are healing.
Okay.
While we're doing the septoplasty, there's a little tear. And if those 2 tears communicate with each other, you're gonna get a septal perforation. So I put some tissue in there during surgery, put it all together, and put this splint in there to help it heal together. That's why I wanna go that extra week.
So I have a lot of events coming up for my wedding. Do you think I'll heal in time?
Oh yeah, of course. Remember, you need 2 years totally.
Yeah.
But your nose is gonna look good, presentable in 3-4 weeks.
Good news. I told you in the beginning, you have to go to the Lebanon doctor.
Lebanon
He's
doctor.
from Lebanon.
Yalla,
yes.
sure.
Yalla.
Today is the beginning of a new journey for me. It's my bridal shower, and it's also the first time that my close friends and family get to see my new nose. Ever since I got my first nose job, I've been insecure, I've been unhappy, and it's been all I ever thought about. But now, I love my nose, and I'm more confident, and I'm just super excited for them to see it.
I'm so excited to see her.
Oh, I wonder if she's able to breathe again.
It was such a burden on her for years. I can't believe it's finally done and she's ready.
6 years ago, I went into surgery because I was trying to look for perfection. But after this surgery, I love how it's so much more natural looking. I just have a new perspective on life because at the end of the day, when you fix one thing, there'll always be something else that you're not happy with. So it's helped me in a lot of ways. Hi, guys. Oh my God!
Oh, you look so good.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you.
It feels amazing to step into my party and not have to think about my nose and, oh, what if I don't look pretty? And for the first time, I'm just celebrating.
Honestly, you're going to be the most beautiful bride.
Before my surgery, my nose was crooked, I couldn't breathe, and I was very insecure. Now, my nose is not perfect, but it's perfect for me. It fits my face, and I can breathe for the first time in a very long time. I'm just super excited to just start planning the wedding, and I love this new nose, and I just don't care what anybody thinks anymore. Before my surgery, my nose was Baiza, which means botched in Arabic, and now it's Helwa, which means pretty. So cheers! Cheers! Don't eat. Finally.